Thank you so much for joining us this Monday morning. Many thanks for joining us. We appreciate all our esteemed viewers all over the world. Thank you, thank you. All right, the 8th of September 2025. What do we have on our dailies? A brand new week. Good morning to you, Kule. How you doing? You're welcome to the program.
How was your weekend?
Yeah, fine, fine.
Yeah,
Yours?
thank God for life, man. Thank God.
All right,
Thank God
thank
for a
you.
new month.
All right, thank you so much. All right, Mafidon, Gwebo, you're welcome to the program this morning. I have Gladys Uyabo. Gladys, good morning to you. Happy New Week to you as well. All right, to all our esteemed viewers, we appreciate your support, your daily support on this platform. If you are joining us for the first time, please try to subscribe to the channel. Very, very important. Subscribe to the channel to get notifications on all our programs. All right, your comments also are needed in the comment section as regards what we'll be reviewing and discussing this Monday morning. All right, the Guardian newspaper is here, as well as the Vanguard newspaper. What are they dishing out? What are these papers telling us at the stand this Monday morning? National Grid faces 5.6 trillion naira revenue lost as premium customers exit. This is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. We'll move down to the field between Dangote and Nupeng. Dangote Nupeng face off. Federal government urges caution. This is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. Let's move down to the Vanguard. The Vanguard on this same issue. Dangote Nupeng face off. Federal government moves to avert nationwide strike. Federal government moves to avert nationwide strike. This is on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. Summons fielding parties to emergency meeting today. Oil workers disown Direct Trucking Drivers Association, say body creation of union busters, NLC rally state councils, industrial unions for showdown. Falana asked federal government to call Dangote to order. We move back to the guidance newspaper on Sowore. Sowore CSOs push back as DSS asks X, that's Twitter, to delete anti-Tinubu tweets. Sowore CSOs push back as DSS asks Twitter to delete anti-Tinubu tweets. Don't forget that Sowore, at some point when the president was in Brazil, called him a criminal. President Bola Tinubu had said that there is no corruption in his administration, that he has ended corruption in his administration. And reacting to that development, Sowore called the president a criminal. Said this president is in Brazil, saying that he has ended, this criminal is in Brazil, saying that he has ended corruption. All right, he has been given 1 week ultimatum to retract his statement, or else he will face penalty. All right, we move on to another one. Mayhem as thugs invade rally for Obi road revival in Lagos. Mayhem as thugs invade rally for Obi road revival in Lagos. Revival contested under the umbrella of Labour Party in Lagos gubernatorial election. He has decamped to the African Democratic Congress, that's ADC. This is on page 5 of the Guardian newspaper. We move down to insecurity. Northern leaders demand state of emergency, sack of service chiefs. Northern leaders demand state of emergency, sack of service chiefs. This is on page 6 of the guidance of us. Sorry, are we safe here? Are we safe? All right. Please try to just. All right. Move down to Vanguard again this morning. On sports, 2026, Osimhen out of South Africa clash. Osimhen out of South Africa clash. On to the next one, local government funds. Oshun, NULGE wants OAGF, CBN overplots to preempt Supreme Court. And other stories here. UN article Obi Ndume rage over killing of 63 in Borno demand probe. UN, United Nations, article Obi Ndume rage over killing of 63 persons in Borno demand probe as Governor Zulum visits affected communities again. And last story on the front page of the Vanguard that you'll be reading, how we turned deficit to big balance sheet. This is coming from the C-Ray. All right, to the comment section again. Let us see what our viewers are saying this morning. Have Henry Okoro with me this Sunday morning, and he's saying happy new week. Good morning to every one of us at this time. We have Jacob Biya also here at this time with us, and we say good morning to you. And he says God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That Nigeria boy is also here. Good afternoon from Philippines. Good morning from Lagos, Nigeria. That Nigeria boy. We appreciate everyone's presence here, and we hope we have a good time with each other at this time. You're welcome. OJ Olajide Fleming. Good morning.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Michael. We welcome our people to a new week filled with joy, the grace of God, and I say, may God continue to be with you as you continuously be with us at the city stand. Thank you very much, and all our benefactor. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. I say, may God continue to bless you. You will never lack. Thank you very much.
Yes. I'm saying good morning to our global viewers all over the world. And welcome to Global City Stand this morning. May God bless you. Those who have been appreciating us, particularly Mrs. Tina, lots of them, Andrew Wijemi, quite a number of them, lots of William Kamimi, and the rest of them. May God bless you. we are most welcome. I remain my humble self, Mr. Omoyele, and our global anchorman too, Mr. Michael Adekunle. You are welcome. God bless you this morning.
I remember one of our reviewers at the stand here on this platform gave Sowore, is it 48 hours ultimatum? Yeah, 48 hours ultimatum.
Yeah.
That was last week, which at the end of the day, Sowore didn't retract his statement. He didn't apologize, to the president. And we have it in the news this morning. DSS has told, it's not in the DSS custody. DSS has told Sowore to apologize to Mr. President over the statement he made while the president was in Brazil. Retract your statement, and he's been given 1 week ultimatum. Should he be forced to retract the statement?
Mr. Mike, Mr. Sowore made a statement to a particular personality, not to DSS. The personality he made a statement was clearly identified to President Bola Tinubu. Tinubu is an individual with fundamental human rights. He can enforce in the court of law if only infringes on his rights. He can ask counsel that can take the matter up on his behalf. Why didn't SS allow President Bola Tinubu to instruct his lawyers to file a suit against Sowore in the court of law to enforce his fundamental rights? If he so feel that his rights have been abridged, have been infringed upon. So let Mr. President be allowed to do that. It's not the duty of DSS to now begin to fight the personal fight of Mr. President Tinubu. He didn't make allegation against DSS now. DSS is an institution on its own, different entity, different from President Bola Tinubu. I think DSS should learn what is within their right, what the law says they are meant to do. They are intelligence gathering institution. If the rights of anybody is infringed upon personally, that person is the one that has the personal right to go to the court and enforce his rights. It's not their duty. They are overzealous. I will call what they are doing as overzealousness. Yes. DSS is trying to be overzealous. Personally, the right who was alleged to have infringed upon was personal rights of President Bola Tinubu, and a person, an individual, not institution. Tinubu is not an institution. It's a person, it's an individual. I have the personal right to do that. So DSS should leave President Tinubu alone. Now Tinubu asked his lawyer to file suit against Sowore. Sowore will be compelled to come to court and come and answer for his statement, for his own defend himself. And DSS should not take it upon himself. Otherwise, the statutory function that will give to DSS, let them focus on it, gather information, intelligence, and free the relevant agencies to provide security for Nigeria, not taking up the matter that does not concern them. That's my position on that.
I know you want to react to what OJ has saying this morning.
I'm a bit disagree with the stand of Mr. OJ. Immediately you become Nigeria president or even governor, you have become property of that state. So anything happen to you, it is state that will be responsible for it. If anything happen to Mr. President, I mean, security-wise, it is DSS and the rest of them that are going to be responsible for it. So if anything personally happen to Tinubu, as I'm talking now, it is the function of Nigeria, I mean, security apparatus to take care of it. Even if Tinubu want to, if anything happen to the person of Tinubu, it is Nigeria, I mean, lawyers, people that are working as if they can work for Mr. President. So I think that's not the end of year I'm going, but I think DSS, they are not working above, I mean, their law, the corridor of law. They are there. I mean, primary assignments, one of their primary assignments, if anything happens to Mr. President now, they are the one that you are going to question. That what is your job? As a DSS officer, as a security, I mean, people that are guiding Mr. President. So anything that happens to him, they are responsible for it. But that does not mean that what Sowore did or what he wrote, is it right or wrong?
That's what we need to look at.
That's what you need to look at today. Calling him a criminal.
That statement defamation.
Oriki Tinubu is just annoying for nothing. Anybody at that realm in this country, we call Nigeria president. When they call you criminal, please don't be annoyed. Orikioni is another name for you. That is the truth of the matter. If anybody think he can enter into that place with a clean hands, without romancing terrorists, without romancing all this agberoism and the people that are eating this country, I mean, deep, okay, you cannot go to that place. So if you find yourself in that place, okay, you have romance with the criminal. There is nothing you can do about it. Look at the case. I don't want to jump, but I will still have to jump now. Look at the case of people booing Obi because he invited El-Rufai to Imo State. People may think that what is wrong in inviting? Nothing wrong in inviting, but look at the personality. If not because El-Rufai have jettisoned, I mean, he has stopped, I mean, dropped from the grace now. Grace of Tinubu. If he's still supporting Tinubu, we then invite him to that place to tell you that all Nigeria politicians, they are the same. They all of them think alike. They think about how to win the next election, irrespective of anything that will cost them. They don't mind. Romancing terrorists, it's not their problem. Anybody that can freely win, there's nothing you want to say about that one. Do you want to differentiate Tinubu from Peter Obi now on this angle? No! All of them, they need terrorists. We call them terrorists, but you need terrorists to become Nigeria president. When you romance with terrorists, then you become a terrorist. You become a criminal. If I'm Tinubu, I will just behave as if I don't hear. That is my point.
According to some historians, why is Sowore prioritizing Sowore? Sorry, why is DSS prioritizing Sowore Street instead of focusing on insecurity? But we understand that Tinubu is their boss. That was just like Femi said. What do you have to say? Do you think that statement was defamatory?
Mr. Mike, I just like that word you use, defamatory statement. It's in our own definition, it's defamatory. When you get to court of law, it is called our police or discard this that it's not defamatory or it is defamatory. If let's say use the word alleged defamatory statement, let's use that way. Alleged defamatory statement. It's made against you. It's made against the personality, not the state. That's the difference between personality and state, Mr. Mike. This is Mr. Michael Adekule. Citizen is a state, it's an entity different from you. Nigeria is different from President Tinubu. He's occupying position of Nigerian presidency. A state and institution different from personality. Alleged defamatory statement made against who? Is it against the state or against the person or somebody? And it is what was made against the person of somebody, person of someone, person that you can identify is separate from the state, which is President Bola Tinubu. So it is a personal thing. It's a personal battle that should be fought. Personal redress should be made, not necessarily by the state. If you have made that statement against the Nigerian state now, yes, the Attorney General will now stand for Nigerian state. Because it's a very grand point. Attorney General is to stand for Nigerian state. He will have just it's him that will stand up and challenge him that you are making a defamatory statement against Nigerian state. But this was made against person of President Bola Tinubu. So it's a personal thing. It's a personal thing that he must go, if he chooses to do so, go to court or insult his lawyer, his counsel, file a suit for defamation of character against my person, not Nigerian state. So I'm still on my earlier point that DSS has no role in this point. It was one made against the state. It was not made against the state. So President Tinubu should ask his personal lawyers or his admirers, law admirers who are lawyers, to champion this in his personal name that this man made a defamation against my person, against my name, against me.
Do you see him as somebody that will apologize?
Sowore is, I don't know, I'm not saying for Sowore. I don't know the context in which he was speaking, and I don't know the father figure and his sponsor. That I'm not privy to, with which he made a statement, based on which he made a statement. So if he just made it loosely, was just made a statement that was made loosely, that's the gallery. They are without any father figure. And then I will advise you to apologize.
Femi, is it possible for him to apologize?
Well, I don't see Sowore.
And if he refuses to apologize, will he be arrested?
Yes, he can be arrested. I don't see Sowore as somebody that will apologize. And if he didn't apologize, the next thing we are going to witness is drama as usual. He's going to be arrested and a little bit of prosecution. and the rest will be story, and the Nigeria will continue. So if I'm in position of President Bola Tinubu, they are the one that make this statement to be more popular than how we thought. I mean, this is not the first time a sitting president will be called a sort of name. Jonathan was called Nebuchadnezzar, and so many times Tinubu himself called a sitting president names, and there was no threatening or anything. So I don't see anything special in this thing. So far you want to become Nigeria president, you should be ready to be called names. You will be called names. Even if a girl become Nigeria president today, he will be called name. Moses was speaking with God directly. People still have issue with him. They still grumble. They still, so what are we talking about here? I think President Bola Tinubu should rather focus on how to make Nigeria better than to be chasing Sadu or this kind of witch hunting. About 63 people were killed in Borno State, and that is how it has been happening. I think that one is enough for Mr. President to bother himself with, not necessarily chasing Sadu and all this kind of thing.
OJ, if eventually he's arrested, what do you think this will mean for opposition voices?
Sowore be arrested. It's good. We will test the jurisdiction of the law. Let the law take its full course. Let Sowore come and substantiate his claim. For you to wake up and call somebody a criminal, if you just say for one side of your mouth without having any part of people behind, you know where you will end yourself now. But the man will pay for charges, pay for survival cancer, pay for damages from you that may consume your entire investment of in life, that may send into penury. So let the matter be taken up in the court of law. I want to see Sowore coming up with facts and people to protest his claim that yes, you are indeed a criminal. Yes, and let the defense team of Mr. President prove him wrong. Let the court act on this so that you serve a determination to others. You not wake up and just be making inflammatory statement that can run somebody down.
All right, let's go to the comment section and see what our viewers are saying concerning what we are discussing this morning. Jacob Beya is saying social media needs to be regulated in Nigeria. Would that be the solution to all this? Would that be the solution to its regulation of social media in Nigeria?
Well, anywhere
where you think it will silence our voices.
Anywhere where there is no law, there is no sin. If they want to sincerely do that one, not attempt to gag people, I think it's a welcome development. Because let me tell you, a forceful information can be very dangerous. It's a poison, and it can ruin anything. That's the problem. And do you know the worst part of it? When a false information spreads, before you will send another one to counter it, the false information will have spoiled a lot of things. Even if you're not disseminating the truthful one, the one that has been spoiled, the truthful one will not be able to ameliorate it. Everybody will just believe that first one, and before you will even come and substantiate it with some fact, some people they are not even ready to look at what is coming up. So false information is very, very dangerous, to the extent that whomever that disseminates a false information is supposed to stand, and substantiate what is saying. If not, then there should be punishment.
Yes, Mr. Mike, I disagree a bit with Mr. Femi. Yes, in the sense that it's because we are not allowing our law to be tested on many matters. That's why we have this variety of issues. If a pronouncement has been made on a certain matter, it will serve a deterrent to order from going into it. If you have been caught, if you have been found guilty of inflammatory statement, you have made the tampers, others will learn from it. When they call inflict heavy damage cost on you, damage on you, judgment on you, then you have to pay. Maybe you have to sell your houses, you have to confiscate your property to pay up as a damages for whom you implemented again. Everybody will sit there. Even the media that is additional such a statement, that broadcasting such statement, will be careful not to allow such a statement to come to their system. So it's because our system has not been allowed to be tested through code of law. Issues are not being allowed to be tested. Let this matter be tested. Let us know what God says about it. So come and defend yourself. You say, Mr. Mendes is a criminal. Bring your facts and figures. defense team of president come and prove it right, is not a criminal. Then let the court now look at the whole matter and make a statutory pronouncement on the matter to serve as different to others. That's what I think should be done.
It's like Mr. Olajide like disagreement this morning. No agreement today, no agreement tomorrow. Because what I said is exactly what he said. No. That's what I said. No, that's no different.
Okay.
Exactly what I said. That when you ask me about should they, regulate social media, and I said if they will truly do it, that when you send a false information, then you should be able to stand by your information and prove it that it is right. Otherwise, you should face music. Simple. And exactly that's what you're saying. That when you say something that is not right, let court do the needful. Yes. Simple. That is my point.
All right, Jacob, you're saying that it's appalling when someone makes derogatory statements like criminal, illegitimate on a sitting president. Benga Judge, this morning, Tinubu can't go to court. He would have to prove that there is no corruption in Nigeria. Andrew Ogudimi says Obi is going to lose credibility if he continues to romance with people like El-Rufai. I'm beginning to believe Obi is getting too desperate to be president. That's on the issue that happened, or this crisis that happened in Imo State. Well, don't you think Obi has betrayed the Igbos by bringing or inviting El-Rufai to Imo State?
Obi has not betrayed Igbos in the sense that Obi is in opposition and all opposition are bringing up themselves together into a coalition. El-Rufai is also one of the coalition members. He's one of the opposition. So as many opposition members that are able to come together in like terms, I'm using one like terms, no betrayal of one another. Everybody should learn to build bridges across other parts of the country. If you say you want to remove president from power and you are discarding one or two people away from your camp, is it by throwing away people that you is it by minusing people, reducing people, or by including people or adding to people? So they should learn to accommodate, to tolerate and embrace people that can join their rank and fight and build their wishful thinking, which they say they want to remove president from power. They should look at the plus that El-Rufai will bring to their opposition camp, not negativity. The more inclusion they have people in their camp, the more it is. So they should discard the idea of saying this one is good, this one is not good. No, they need more hands on deck. As many opposition they can bring to their camp, to their sense, it's okay for them.
According to what the people were saying, the protesters, they said Obi has lost their respect, and trust. He has lost respect and trust. And when you look at what they were protesting for, I think it's as a result of what happened during the tenure of El-Rufai as the governor of Kaduna. They said his tenure was marked by violence against the Christians.
Yes.
Mr. Mike, let me tell you, Yoruba will say, Oroma diya omasa, yeah, loma wodi. Chicken don't know the ego. It is their mother. Let me tell you, there is no way. This is why I'm saying anybody that wants to sell Obi to me on the platter of Obi is an angel, I will not accept. I will accept Obi as a Nigerian that deserves to be president.
Yes.
Irrespective of even let him mess up. I told you why I supported Tinubu in 2023. That Buhari came, he messed up, I endure his mess for 8 years. Heaven did not fall. And Tinubu go and mess up. Then it is time for Obi to go and mess up. Mess up. You enjoy your mess. Simple as that. Anybody that think that Obi is going to form a particular government that will defy the 100%, do away with this kind of set of people, okay, you are going nowhere.
Yes.
If you want to become leader, you need, even among your camp, you need criminals. Yes, criminals. Go and read the story of Jephthah. Who are the people that Jephthah gather to become leader of Israel? Are they Adebo? Or are they the get inside? No, area boys, dogs, outcasts. Sometimes you need them.
Yes.
You need that bureau. Okay? If you think that in this Nigeria dispensation you want to be forming I'm hanging, I can do with it. Okay? They will not let you get there. Yes. You need that bureau. You need even arm robber. Some of them Do you know what it takes to win Nigeria election? It's beyond what you are seeing. Even to become ordinary chair, councillor, you need bad boys. That is the system Nigeria is operating under. If you cannot operate under system, you are going nowhere. Yes. But don't let anybody come and form Intel for me. I'm not accepting it.
I agree with what I said now. That you know, they don't have to discard anybody. Calling you bad names. Mr. Mike, how do you explain Imo State that's a close-hand man with Tinubu under his years as the governor? Now he's in opposition. That means any issues that brought Imo State into the camp, they should have been doubtful of his loyalty to them. But now he's not on the side of Tinubu again. So, people should learn to tolerate people. I commend more people to the side.
Andrew Obugimi says, Femi, you are wrong. We cannot continue to choose people that will mess things up. That will mess up.
No, now. Go and choose the right person now that will not mess up. Maybe it's a good thing that we do the right person. Come and be it. Then be for me, angel. I'm talking about somebody that wants to become president. You are talking about the right person. Mention one right person that you know. That's one right person in Nigeria.
The man needs a lot of people to be.
You need a lot of people to go to the camp. Even this on the platform, this is a religious war. Yes. You cannot fight a religious war against Muslims in this country and you win.
Yes.
Take this to your propaganda. You need them.
Yes.
When you talk about population, yes, you need them. You need criminal inclusion. Yes. We are the same page. Where do you want to see Angel in Nigeria?
All right, the Gio is making his own opinion known to us here by saying that Obi doesn't need El-Rufai for anything. I don't know why he is associated with El-Rufai on any level. El-Rufai is politically irrelevant.
That's not true. Everybody is relevant. Policy is always plus one. And
this is what Tinubu
that's the mistake they are making. That's where Tinubu have edge over them.
That's what Tinubu
knows. Imo himself pushing himself out of. If Imo joins Tinubu today, he welcome him. You know that. You know the magnitude of that man's ideology of policies. If Imo should remove the camp from this and very busy. If you welcome. If you welcome, who is there in the way? That's the magnanimity of Tinubu compared with, in the heart of policies. That this is a man who believes policy is always plus, not minus. So Obi should be left alone. Let's identify with as many people as possible. And to swear the rank of opposition, they say they want to remove the president. Okay, you need more increment, inclusion, not reduction.
Except somebody that say you don't want to deal with you. Yes. Everybody that's ready to deal with you, you want to be president. But when you become Nigeria president, you become president on terrorists. Yes. You become president on armed robber. You are the control of armed robber. All innocent citizens, all of them. You are the president for all of them. That's the one you do.
All right, go on. Abdul says El-Rufai has stained himself for pure hatred he has for Christian in southern Kaduna when he was governor.
Did we argue that one? But what you are saying is that this El-Rufai is also somebody element that Obi still needs. If El-Rufai wants to romance Obi cannot do like this. Yes. If you want to become president, it's serious. That's our point. Who is now innocent among them? Has Tinubu now romance El-Rufai?
Can he lead Obi to victory?
Nobody knows that.
Nobody. No, it's a plus to him. Mr. Michael, there is something called brain box in motor.
Yes.
One of the smallest parts of motor. If they remove it, your motor go nowhere.
Yes.
They part of the engine, body, everything. A very little fighter, something like this, you remove it from the motor, you may not go anywhere. I'm not saying that El-Rufai will guarantee victory for Obi, but it's a plus, not minus.
That's that the policies of Nigeria is an inclusion, not reduction, not suppression. You must add as many people that are ready to work with you that are so interesting. You must embrace them. Yes. Forget about the negative side. You must embrace them. You cannot use to remove incumbent presidency in Nigeria. So people should learn on how to tolerate more inclusion, not exclusion. You need more inclusion. You need more addition, plus, not suppression. So Obi should be allowed to embrace, to bring as many people to his side.
As Mr. Lajide says, this is coming from Benga George. Okay. All opposition need themselves.
Yes.
El-Rufai still has supporters.
Yes.
Southern Kaduna will not support for the sake of
that is truth of the matter. That is the truth of the matter.
All right, well, we have Joe saying, please, so can you let us understand how important El-Rufai is to Obi or Tinubu? I think you're the one that said El-Rufai is important.
It's important to.
He worked with Tinubu.
Yes. He worked with Tinubu. Yes. Let me tell you, my daddy. I'm sorry, my daddy was one of our follower. He said one of the things that make Northern to deny Awolowo is derogatory word. Look down upon people, arrogancy. That those people, those brief crap. Matuma kakakado bale for Gambari kakuku binoko. Carlos who said it. They will not allow you to come.
All right, thank you so much, Femi.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, good morning to you, gentlemen, Mike and Kule. You're welcome.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, good people of the City+Dss. Good morning, every one of them. We want to just thank you for being there for us, man. All of you. I'm not single anybody out now. Every one of you, you've done a very good job for us here on this City+Dss. God bless you all.
All right, Kule, we are talking about Obi and Rufai in Imo State. Of course, I believe you've seen the story, you've read it. Should El-Rufai, accused of religious intolerance, be given platform in the eastern part of the country? You know what happened when he was the governor of Kaduna State.
Wow. Mr. Gregory, I'm so much disappointed within in his alliance with El-Rufai. El-Rufai went to the Senate for screening. There was no senator that concords that El-Rufai should be made one of the, staffs of the Mr. President. All of them rejected him. Even from his own state, they rejected him. So how are you now, embracing a rejected stone that, he can never, even in Kaduna now, Ubasani is waiting for him. Ubasani that is brought to that seat. He created a lot of enemy. There's still one Sonny that he had issue with. He sent him to jail. He sent Sonny to jail. So people with crises like that, you don't mingle with them. And I've decided not to be even saying anything about Mr. Gregory Obi, because I know he's going nowhere, right? So instead of me wasting my saliva on the association coming together as a block, I don't need to be saying that any longer.
Can his romance with El-Rufai yield a meaningful result?
It can't yield anything. They say charity begins at home. It should start the charity from the southeast. Then the romance is making with El-Rufai can never get any support from Kaduna, because the southern Kaduna, that's what's it called, stint that they gave to them during the killings, serial killing of the southern Kaduna, is still, recurring on them, and they can never forget any slaughter, anybody that brought up to that situation, which was the El-Rufai. And I can tell you, El-Rufai will lose Kaduna if it is what Mr. Gregory is looking at, that maybe he may get some block of votes in Kaduna. I think he has failed, because the southern Kaduna are ready to diminish El-Rufai politically as it is, because he killed a lot of their citizens, and they can never forget. I could remember the Christian bloc, the representative of the Christian bloc then, Ashake. Every time they come on the media, at times crying that they are being killed. So if Mr. Gregory is now aligned with a serial killer, somebody that is supporting a serial killer, somebody that is they stood up, we later recognized that he was one of the sponsors of these people, and he supported the southern Kaduna to be killed. I think when Mr. Gregory is associated with such person, I think we should know where is he going. We should ask him where is he going.
According to the protesters, Obi should stop deceiving them that El-Rufai is their enemy, their number one enemy. And when you look at what they said that during El-Rufai's reign, or his tenure as the governor of that state, that his tenure was marked by violence against the Christians in that region. But does this count in politics? Especially now that Obi is contesting. And looking at the body language of Obi, according to some of our viewers, is desperate. But does this count in politics?
Thank you, Michael. I think in politics, that will become secondary. And that is it. Much as I'm not holding brief for El-Rufai, some of his policies when he was the governor of Kaduna State, I don't personally support. Some of the things he did were wrong, as it were. But in politics, it's about inclusion, just as some of my colleagues said. It's about the numbers. Politics is a game of numbers, as they do say. So whoever can give you an addition is welcome, and I think that is the spirit I believe Peter Obi is looking at it from, regardless of some of the things that El-Rufai did when he was governor of Kaduna State. For me, I don't have any problem with stretching the hands of fellowship across the north, trying to look at who you can work with within the, because at the end of the day, you intend to be a president over everybody, and there is no saint anywhere, including myself. So you must understand that when you see, it's just a failure of the system. If you have committed a crime, the institutions that have been saddled with that responsibility should take its course. If El-Rufai is seen to have committed any crime, it should be tried by those institutions. It has nothing to do with his political career and all of that, or whoever he tried to romance with. If he has committed any crime, he should go in for it. And that is my take. I don't have any issues with the fact that Obi is trying to see the kind of see. Is he going to be voted for by only his people? No. So it needs everybody, irrespective of the part of the country they are going to come from. Exactly. The same El-Rufai that we feel is politically relevant was very pivotal to even the emergence of the incumbent president, actually, Bola Tinubu, before the primaries and all of that. We knew the role he played. We knew how he engaged even Muhammadu Buhari, when he was about to turn out things the other way and all of it. So you cannot, much as personally I don't appreciate a lot of things about El-Rufai, but you cannot really say is relevant politically speaking. He has his followers.
Don't you think with the actions of Igbos against El-Rufai, they will be closing the door of victory by rejecting the voices like El-Rufai?
Of course, some of them have every right to be aggrieved over some of the things he did, and those in that class exist, as it were. But you should also know that there are people that, irrespective of those things, they still believe in somebody they can work with. So you don't generalize and think it is everybody in the Southeast that is aggrieved with El-Rufai. That won't be correct. There are people that still believe that they can work with him regardless of his past.
I asked if they'll be closing the door of victory against Obi by rejecting voices like El-Rufai.
Yeah, Mike, what I want to just say on is
especially now that it's contesting.
You see, Buhari block is where El-Rufai belongs to, and as it is now, the Buhari block, they've come out wholeheartedly that they are going to go along with President Tinubu. So as I can say now, politically, El-Rufai is lifeless. I can tell you wholeheartedly, politically, El-Rufai is lifeless. So he's just looking for people that will just bring up together and just to showcase himself that he's still on the throne. But as it is, they say charity begins at home. His charity is not beginning from Kaduna any longer. Uba Sonny have ousted him, and it's just moving all around. It's just like you are telling me the president has no space in Lagos any longer. That is where you can put a place of El-Rufai. He has no space in Kaduna. He always sneak into Kaduna and sneak out because he has lost the integrity they gave to him. And I can tell you heartedly, average Kaduna citizen doesn't even want El-Rufai again in the political space.
All right, in the comment section, Bengas Judge said we should stop undermining this political strength of El-Rufai, that El-Rufai has the ears of the fathers in the north. So we should stop undermining his strength.
I'm not telling him, the blocks of his fathers, who happens to be the Buhari blocks, right, have come out that in Ashiwaju they stand because
On his mandate?
On his mandate they stand. Oh. Yes. So when the owner of the blocks, El-Rufai will use, have come out, say in Ashiwaju mandate they stand. So who is El-Rufai? That is why you see the last gathering he has was just some women, few women in Kaduna, just maybe like 10, 15 of them, and they gathered together and they collapsed the system again, and they went back to Abuja. So is announced, is an outcast as it is. So everybody that is, just wasting it. If you are just dabbling onto El-Rufai issue, you are just wasting your time, because he has nowhere to go.
All right, we have messages still dropping, still coming in the comment section. That's what we are discussing this morning. Jacob Bia reacting to what we are saying. El-Rufai lift off the popularity and political structure of PMB. That's Muhammadu Buhari. El-Rufai standing alone cannot pull the numbers of some of you are suggesting. We have great Ben Adu saying, "Could stop this two-faced analysis? El-Rufai help bring your daddy Tinubu to power."
How did they bring it to power? How did they bring Tinubu to power? Number one, why was I not there? First of all, when El-Rufai saw that the signature of the victory is coming to Tinubu, that was when it changed. El-Rufai was among the people that supported Buhari in Naira policy. Later, he changed his mind when he saw that the pendulum is not holding, is not swinging any longer, and he quickly changed, and he went to Supreme Court just for eye service to see that, okay, I'm not supporting late President Buhari any longer. I'm going to fight along the citizen. When he saw that the President Bola Tinubu is coasting on victory, and he quickly, aligned with himself. And that is why anybody that is telling you that he supported Tinubu through that time is just faking himself. Throughout that period, El-Rufai and late Buhari, they were together, and they were together in the Naira policy punishment that we had, until El-Rufai see now that, he has to look at the other side of the president, Bola Tinubu, that he may win election, and he won't like to be left out of his cabinet, or the sin he committed was the one he's being punished for now. That is why the president said, go to the Senate Hallow Chamber and present yourself. If they accepted you, good luck to you. And he went there. Majority of the senators, they rejected him. That was when they were bringing his atrocity. Mr. El-Rufai, do you remember so years, so months that you saw, a lot of atrocity. Yeah. So if anybody wants to align with him, you are free to align with anybody.
Gentlemen, Mike, can we leave El-Rufai out of Tinubu's victory? Is it possible to remove El-Rufai out of Tinubu's victory?
Not at all. I'm surprised at some of the things that Kay is saying, because it was in the news. These are not my words. We all saw what played out at that time, that even Buhari was already looking in another direction. He was the one that stood, he was the one that engaged Buhari personally, that you cannot do this person must go in, and all of that. We saw, you can go back to that news. So you cannot really take out an El-Rufai from the emergence of Bola Tinubu.
All right, we'll move down to Tunde Okafor this morning. You're welcome to the program, Tunde Okafor. And he's saying that he's disappointed over Peter Obi's relationship with El-Rufai, that it is unstable in the political atmosphere. Wow. Yes. All right, well, that messages are still coming. So El-Rufai was a serial killer while in APC, and Tinubu knew this. Wow, this is coming from DOA. We have a great Benaduze saying Kunle El-Rufai is the key man in the coming 2027 election.
Key to Aso Rock or key to Kaduna that they are going to retire me to? Is it key to the Aso Rock or key to the Kaduna? You can never even go back to Kaduna because Uba Sonny have overshadowed him. So I don't know the key the man is talking about. So you should tell me the key.
All right, President just said so. These Imo Light protests are against El-Rufai, but not against Uzodinma, the governor of that state. Guys, give it a break. The protest was clownish. We'll move down to Ken. Obi remains a boy when it comes to politics in Nigeria. Ken, on this, is Obi a boy truly?
Obi is still learning, I would say, because when you talk of the class 1980 or 1982 or so 83, those are the class the Tinubu and the likes belongs to, and Obi is just trying to learn from the from the table of the politics. So let's give it to him. He was once a governor of Anambra State, 2 times governor, but that does not make you, I mean, a fellow.
Gebenaduze says, Kule, keep believing the Northerner. Do you remember the promise of the North to Jonathan in 2015 and what happened overnight? Food for thought.
Yeah, thank you. I can tell you the Northern and in the blocks generally, they are divided. They were not the same Northern that you were looking at then. You have the Awusas, that's the Aboriginal Awusas. You have their block that are really fully in support of Tinubu. And even among those Fulani itself, the Buhari block, as it is now, with the Buhari wife, they have an alliance that in Tinubu they will support. They will have to support Tinubu because of the treatment he gave to their befitting treatment he gave to their son. And they all went to Aso Rock to thank Mr. President that you stood by our man, and we always stand with you during the election. And that is to show that they are not going to be an ingrate. You know, he brought Buhari. Buhari would have never been president if not Tinubu. And what happened was, anytime Buhari come on the page, the general, the ex-general, they want to stop him off, and he ended up crying. The likes of the president Obasanjo, they chased him out of his race. So he now found a bride like a President Bola Tinubu that worked his way for him, and he really recognized that honor, on Tinubu, and his wife Aisha to recognize that without Mr. President, the history will have overtaken her husband, which is Buhari, and he helped Buhari to be president, and likewise he used Buhari as to pave way for his own presidency.
All right, let's talk about Sowore before you guys go. He has been given 1 week ultimatum. DSS gives Sowore 1 week ultimatum to apologize to President Bola Tinubu over his statement that Tinubu is a criminal. Yeah. What do you have to say?
Yeah, I think Sowore good, and these are the kind of on crazy. I mean, I can say so that the kind of the words that comes out of his mouth that is not even just welcoming at all to anybody. When you say the president of the country is criminal, that means we are talking of the whole country. It's a criminal country, man. So what is it trying to say? He has a dual nationality. He should not be carrying himself that is being favored, carry the favor he has now, and to be tarnishing the image of Nigeria as it is. He has a case in court. I think he has 3 cases now in court, because you don't just open your mouth and start saying what is not even applicable.
And are you aware that the president said he has ended corruption in his administration?
He has, because the corruption.
That was the reason Sowore called him.
He said
you can't be abroad telling lies.
See, there are a lot of things Mr. Presidents have done that is saving this country as it is. It wasn't like before.
Has he really ended corruption?
He cannot end the corruption overnight.
So why did he say
corruption
has ended?
No. He may say within this.
Or was it a mistake?
Yes, it may be, but I can say it cannot end corruption wholeheartedly. It cannot end corruption in Nigeria, wholeheartedly as it is. I can tell you that, because I always say average or some elements, majority of the elements of Nigerians are corrupt. I will say that. You know, I said it the other time. You say I should, you know, retract this thing. But this time around now, I say some elements of Nigerians now are corrupt entity. I can tell you wholeheartedly. Take it to the bank, and they will tell you that the Nigerians. How did they figure us outside the shore of the Nigeria? How did they look at us? That's where you start from. When you get to Heathrow now, when you get to any airport on arrival, they will, you know, stage Nigeria, put Nigeria aside to check whether these corrupt element people are in the country again.
Apart from the 1 week ultimatum given to Sowore to retract his statement or to apologize to President Bola Tinubu, DSS also told X.com to delete its post about President Bola Tinubu. Is this not a direct attack on Nigerians, or freedom of expression? Sorry.
Well, I think apparatus of states should not be used to intimidate Nigerians. For me, I think Mr. President, through some of his agencies like the DSS, for me, they are not going about it the right way. If any Nigerian has made a pronouncement concerning Mr. President, it is the duty of the state to look at what the person has said, and if they feel dissatisfied with such statements, they can proceed to court. They can engage a court of competent jurisdiction to look at such matters. I mean, personally, I want to see Sowore in jail over whatever he has said, if he is unable to prove it. You cannot be a judge in your own case. It's not about threatening people and writing to X, former Twitter, to probably disengage his account and all of that. Those are unnecessary requests. What they should do is to engage the court of competent jurisdiction and ask him. I mean, either alleges, has the burden of proof. He has alleged that Mr. President is a criminal. Then he should come to the court and prove it. And if he's unable to do that, he should go down for it. It should be jailed. It should be sentenced. That is what I want to see. But using state apparatus to be threatening Nigerians, to be intimidating people for making such a statement is wrong. There are procedures to engage, and I think government should be responsible enough to follow those procedures.
All right, yes, has told X.com to bring down the post. Is this not an attack on press freedom?
No, it's not. But when the press freedom go beyond their limits, you know, there's a limit to where somebody else, where your right stop is when somebody right starts from. So Sowore cannot be having a field day with what he's doing. I know that, and some of his colleagues, Unilag sets, they've come out that this Sowore is pretending himself as a saint, but they know him better, and they came with a press conference. You need to be trending softly when you're having the floor of the dance, right? You need to be trending softly. So he has his dance is reggae now, and they have remote the music away from him now, and he has to face the consequence. And no matter how, as I'm talking to you now, Sowore has like 4 or 5 cases in different courts now. Now only you. I mean, he just want to, and he is a blessed guy, and he ought to have maintained the way the God used some people to bless him. He would have been a dead guy as we're talking today, but he saw the honor, and he saw the help from the Ford Foundation in America that rehabilitated him when they wanted the likes of him. You know, because he was a court guy likewise before, and he pulled out of the courtism, and he was not, he now became an informant to the VCs of the Unilaggers of that time, and anybody that was in Unilag then, they can, challenge me on that. And at the same time, he saw favor in four foundations, and they adopted him, and It's not logical. You just come in and be diminishing a whole nation. Sowore good, and he has to be punished for it.
If he refuses to apologize to President Bola Tinubu, what should be the penalty?
Then the DSS will whisk him back. Yes, the DSS there, they would now come and explain himself why the criminality inside the presidency.
William Sokamame says to play a copy of Lai Mohammed. Yeah. All right, to move down to David Okafor. I am to Okafor saying that Kule has not traveled to Heathrow Airport, but he's talking about Nigerians arriving at the port. All right, Imo State won't apologize to Tinubu. Let him be arrested.
They will push him. Where they push him to, you will never see those kind of people again. That's how they push Nnamdi Kanu. They push him to where a journey of no return now. They want to push Sowore to. Nigerians are very, very...
let me go back to his comment again. Sowore won't apologize to Tinubu. Let him arrest him then. It takes Sowore is very stubborn.
If they want to whisk him within 24 hours now, they will bundle him and nothing will happen.
I gave him ultimatum of
I'm not going to give him ultimatum, right? I'm not going to give him.
But you supported Adebayo's ultimatum.
Yeah, I supported him going against calling the president of a nation, a criminal, which is a dent in all of us. In me, my president is not a criminal. My president, Bola Tinubu, is not a criminal. Maybe it may be Sowore generations that are criminals. So to me, my president is not a criminal. All right,
Omoyele says, Mr. Gentleman, Mike, please, you have to remember our courts, judiciary, our justice system is not working out. It's working to the right way of truth. All right, we move down to Great Ben Aduze. Sowore has not gone out of the right expression. Tinubu lied that corruption is over. Isn't that corruption itself? Can you listen to what I'm saying? Great Ben Aduze says Sowore has not gone out of line of right of expression. Tinubu lied that corruption is over. Isn't that corruption in itself? DSS has no right to do that. They should invite him also. All right, we move down to South Abiodun. Honestly speaking, there is freedom of speech, but mind your speech. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
God bless.
All right. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Mike. Good morning, our global, ever-esteemed and highly revered global audience. Good morning, Nigeria.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Mike. Good morning, our reverse. Happy New Week. May God bless you, people, and protect you, and good health. Thank you.
Yeah, according to Nigerians, we are facing security challenges, and DSS is calling Sowore to apologize to President Bola Tinubu. Is that not a misplaced priority?
First of all, Mike, we know that the media is the fourth estate of the realm. And when we look at the way in any democratic setting, I think where good democratic ethos are being played, I think media is also part of it. And when a president of a nation, if in a nation where, let me just call it like this, in a nation where freedom of expression cannot be expressed, then it goes to show that that democratic ethos, which ought to have been well played in a democratic setting, is now endangered. You understand? I've said it on this platform that Sowore to me as a person is not somebody I really like the way he goes about it. Even though whenever we speak, we should always watch out for our diction. Because you cannot call a president, no matter how bad our president is, you understand, he still remains the president of Nigeria. I think he should have been able to come with a more subtle word. A soft word that people will not just go in blankets on our president. I don't take that. Even though he might be privy to some information at his command that the president is a criminal, And if you know that he is a criminal, there are windows of opportunity that is available to explore as a citizen of Nigeria. You could take him to court. You remember the days of the war when Gani Fawemi took federal government to court on many occasions when it seems that some section of the society is being infringed upon. I think that Sowore should have learned from that than coming and giving us a gangster language. I think for somebody who claimed to have been that is highly educated, I don't expect him to come out and be saying such a word as our president is a criminal. If you know he has done anything that is criminal in nature, there are windows of opportunity. The court is here. You take the federal government to court over an issue that you feel that bothers you, not coming out in the open to say it's a criminal. I don't take that.
All right, Benjok, should calling a president a criminal be treated as a freedom of expression or defamation?
Well, come to the Sowore. Yeah, everyone has the way of understanding. The way you understand is quite different with others. And the way Mr. President talk to the world, because it is Mr. President that brings himself out. When outside Nigeria said that corruption has already been ended, there's no more corruption, and you forget in the regime it's multiple of corruption. What should he say? Okay, look at IG, where he's supposed to change, bring a new IG. You will tell him, well, Sowore said that the IG you retain is illegal IG, and which everybody know about it, but Mr. President keep it. Is it good? So if that's so for him to call him a criminal, that is your own understanding. But meanwhile, being current president, the former president of Nigeria, being Goodluck Jonathan, he called a lot of names. Did the DSS arrest him? Did the DSS invite him? No way. But why should he use DSS? They have a lawyer. Let the lawyer not invite Sowore to come, not DSS. Not them. So if he wants something to go smoothly, let him use his own lawyer. We have the cabinet of lawyers. Let them invite Sowore to maybe to the court or personal, not DSS.
All right, let's quickly go back to another topic we've been discussing. Obi and El-Rufai in Imo State. Saw the way people, attacked them verbally as regards the killings of Christians in Kaduna State when he was governor of that state. Now, should we describe the romance of Peter Obi with El-Rufai as desperation?
You see,
so be desperate?
No, I will not say Obi is desperate, because in Nigeria or in every civilized countries of the world where good politics is being played, and you see that you need to reach across all the divides of the country. I think for Obi trying to build bridge of fellowship across the divide of the country, I think it's a welcome development in our political amphitheater. When you look the entire organogram, nobody can do it alone. I believe that no man is an island. And for Obi to have courted El-Rufai, the same El-Rufai that is being demonized now, was once a cannon fodder that was used by the present government to take power. And then they never saw him as a nobody. And if politics is predicated on numerical, I think Obi has not done any wrong in that line. Because the people, it was just
they see El-Rufai as the enemy.
It was just a segment. Even though I'm not here to make brief for El-Rufai, because I don't like his personal too. You understand? But when you look at politics in any democratic setting, it is predicated on numericals. They say the more, the merrier. You cannot do things in absentia. As long as micro that it may seem to be in the calculus of political game, I think El-Rufai is also a factor. Because He was also part of that conservative agent that brought to power the APC-led government. And if at one time or the other their romance now fell apart, why must you not demonize him? As long as it remains a factor, other parties too will also look at how they will take that or take him as gay in the political amphitheater. I think, to me, whatever anybody might say concerning this, those segments, maybe they only took part of what he did when he held sway as governor of Kaduna State, because they say whenever they kill Christians in Southern Kaduna, they didn't see the kind of political will they would have expected a sitting governor to do concerning that kind of genocide or all these killings that happened under his reign. And I think that was why they vented their anger against El-Rufai, and also to tell Obi not to use that platform as a political campaign.
Will his romance with El-Rufai make him get the ADC ticket, or will it make him get to the seat of power?
And no matter how you look at it, El-Rufai is also part of the gladiators as of the now
Of
that coalition. No matter how you want to wish it away, you can't wish it away. No matter how minute, it's still a factor. Because as long as we continue to, I have always said in mind, politics is not, politics or election is not won on emotions. It is won on concrete planning and going to the board and crossing your teeth and you're dotting your eyes. That's why from there you can be able to win an election. If you say you don't need this, you don't need this, and you alone do it, you need everybody, irrespective of whatever lineage they may belong to. Because it's like throwing a carrot. You have to dangle a carrot before them to be able to call them to your side. And remember, I did mention that it's all about numericals. It's an addition, not minus or subtraction. And that's my take.
Ben Jack, I'm still coming back to you, Mr. Vincent. Did Peter Obi betray his Igbo people, Igbo brothers, Igbo sisters, and all of that, by welcoming El-Rufai to Imo State?
Well, what I can say on it, El-Rufai is a material for Nigeria politics. But in the angle, we should look at how Peter Obi bringing into Imo State. Are they doing campaign? That's number one. This is protest, and it is organized by the Igbos, not by the politicians. That is where Peter Obi make a great mistake. You're not supposed to carry him come over there. They do protest. It is not campaign. If it is campaign, that is where you have the right to bring it in. Now, as you bring it in under that protest, it is another. I do not welcome it. And then the self do not welcome him. It is part of betrayal. And that's why they are calling him Obi is a boy. He hasn't been a man. It's under protest, not campaign they are doing. When you have that right, full right, it is where they are doing campaign. That is where you have the right to bring him in.
No, I don't understand that what Ben Jack is trying to say here. You were not protesting when El-Rufai got in there. Yeah, I think they protested because El-Rufai was there. I think they attended the function. But Obi and El-Rufai attended the function.
They were to be speakers at that.
Speakers at that annual lecture. One church.
This one thing. Let me just
Assumpta Cathedral.
Let us go back to when far back when Olusegun Obasanjo was there.
All right, let us just read it for the sake of some of our viewers. Protests erupt over El-Rufai's visit to Imo for Odenigbo Lectures. The protest began after both politicians arrived at the Assumpta Cathedral venue of the annual lecture. Obi, who was the Labour Party's presidential candidate in the 2023, they had welcomed El-Rufai to Imo State a day earlier, where the former governor was also received by the traditional ruler of Nekede, Ancient Kingdom, is the Agumanu. Men, women, and youth carrying placards stormed the cathedral gates chanting war songs and accusing Obi of bringing an enemy into Igbo land.
Yes.
Security operatives struggled to prevent the angry crowd from blocking Obi and El-Rufai from entering the cathedral. Many of the protesters claimed that El-Rufai's tenure as Kaduna governor was marked by violence against Christians and therefore considered his presence in Igbo land unacceptable. Some openly declared that Obi, by associating with El-Rufai, had lost their respect and trust. So that's what.
Yeah. This is under lecture. Yeah, but it doesn't have. You have already repeated what they did under Olusegun Obasanjo. When the Igbos are doing things, cultural things in Eastern region, they invited Obasanjo. Why it is not needed? If this lecture they have it on it, all of it is not needed. I don't know why Obi bring him in, because the first there is from Obi, because Obi need that power by force. He need that power. He want to rule Nigeria by force, and which I don't think that he can get it right. He can't get it right.
All right, to the comment section, let's see what some of our viewers are saying there. Ben Jack, that was a protest organized by Hope Uzodinma. All right, to the Okafor says Tinubu is not a criminal, but because he's doing fantastically well for Nigeria people. But Biafrans are out of Nigeria. We move down to Patrick Iguano. Why should DSS react over Sowore's comment, but yet remain silent over El-Rufai's accusation over the 2023 general elections? Emmanuel Obujo says Obi is going nowhere. He himself knows this. Anna Yokoro Tunde Okafor is all right. Dash. Benga George, Obi is not from Imo State. The program was not organized by Obi. How did we conclude that Obi brought El-Rufai to Imo State? You have Anna, you're saying Peter Obi will become Nigeria's president, whether you like it or not. All right, to move down, right? So because 8 women covered with all right. Honestly, this Ben Jack knows nothing. All right, we move down to all right. Thank you so much, all our viewers, for this comment. We appreciate all of you. We move down to I saw a comment regarding Sowore calling the president a criminal by one of our viewers there. A comment. He said nobody arrested American citizens when they called Donald Trump asshole or something like that, a criminal.
Yes.
Nobody got there, nobody freedom of expression. I think was telling you that, All right, I can't find that comment. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your contribution.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Our culture differ,
I think it's me and
All right, good morning, guys. Welcome to the program once again.
Yeah, good morning, our viewers. May God bless you all. Thank God it's a Monday edition. May God bless you all over the world. I remember my humble self, Benjamin Johnson, is a snatch, aka the Biafran evangelist. God bless you.
God bless you, Oluwa. God bless all of you. God will continue to bless you. Your face will continue to smile as we are smiling. But God make all of
making us to smile.
You are making us to smile. God make all of you to smile in Jesus' name. Because God reign more than them.
Should we call this a test run for 2027 election? El-Rufai's presence in Igbo land, Imo State, precisely. They didn't welcome him.
Of course.
Don't you think Obi should run away from that kind of person?
See,
because of his ambition.
Of course. No, actually, when it comes to politics, somebody like El-Rufai is needed. Yeah, to back up Obi. But when it comes to the other side of it, which refers to the ethnic and religion, you understand? El-Rufai in the part of Nigeria, which is Eastern region, El-Rufai is not needed. We don't need Fulani. We don't need bandits. We don't need Boko Haram, ISWAP, and whatsoever they may call themselves. We don't need them in our place, because El-Rufai, under his watch as a governor, you understand, of a Kaduna State, the Christians, the Christian nation, the Christian people suffered under his watch. So why now are you bringing him to come and address issue in peace? What did he know? If he knows things about Christianity, he shouldn't have given a room for Christians to suffer, to die, and to be buried, and to be killed under his nose as a governor. You understand? So welcoming him in Imo State, partnering with Obi in that kind of occasion shows that they have already given it to him. We our side, the Easterners, there are things we don't tolerate. We express it immediately. Let you know that this is our stand. This is whom we are. And for this, as it stand now and as it is, Obi have lost the trust.
Just lost it.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Only one they see the romance with El-Rufai as hypocrisy. I'm talking about this romance with El-Rufai as hypocrisy. Do you see it that way? And when it comes to policies, don't you think both of them need each other?
See, God will bless you for that question. You see, just like my colleague just said, you see, there is a time for everything. It's a time to born, time to die. See, it's too early to go that kind of environment. Yes, that environment is not conducive for you. You are not welcome there.
That's El-Rufai.
Yeah. See, they make a calculated mistake. He and Obi. See, now Obi average now is now lower. Frankly speaking, because majority carry the votes, because the mass is they feel the impact. See, don't punish person today if you have authority. See, you person good cause of tomorrow, because tomorrow must come to answer who you are. What is he answering now? Because he failed when he was the governor. Order is high. People were massacred. Majority of them Christian people, and you now came to address Christian. Why now? Why don't you came before? Why now? I want to tell us, see, they are giving more room to Jagaba to play.
Yes.
They are giving more room to him because you are exposing your loneliness. Talk reality. They will get together. Let us be frank with ourselves, because we in Nigeria, we are tired of the Jagaba. But the people that want to contend with Jagaba, it's like they are not forthcoming on our own idea. That's why a person like Jonathan can see that try to make a lot to not preach Jonathan. Because Jonathan should come, because it's like Obi is mingling with the Fulani, the Mafianism, the killers of Nigeria. You see, El-Rufai is a masterminder of the bomb party killing of Nigeria Christian. Let us be frank with ourselves. It's a mafia to be called. They have a link. His name was even mentioned among those people that were mentioned in United Arab Emirates. His name was there. They don't tell us because it's part of them. What are you saying now? See, let us be frank. We will know that Nigeria is tired of the situation of what we are seeing, the government on ground. But who are they who go contest with them? You understand? Because El-Rufai now, Obi is now mingling with El-Rufai. This somebody like Amechi. You see, we need somebody that will have the heart of Nigeria generality. Not to say friend to hear, now story. Friend to generality. Let generality know say this will carry our heart. They don't carry our heart. That's why you see some particles of violence. How will you go to a place someone that want to play? People are not angry. They don't want to see you. To the extent that scrutiny that came, you fail. You fail away. Your house shall fail. Your parents fail. Why will you fail? See, try to meditate word of God. Try to live with God inside you. Try to live with human being. Say human being and human being, we are the same. Not because you are an authority, you brutalize. But tomorrow you will find that favor from that person that you have brutalized. Now, the decrease him. The grace said, you can't go there anymore. You can't go there anymore. It's a sign, don't come here. Okay, for example, when they want to do presidential campaign, can you go there? Okay, can you win?
And is this a sign that he will not get the support of the Igbos come 2027?
It's a big sign. It's a big sign because I read it yesterday. Because it's like a big sign because when majority are not happy, they say it was an enemy to the Igbo race. Igbo race, because that is a Biafra. It was an enemy. It was massacring there in the name of say I'm protecting. See, because that person is not welcome. You can't welcome enemy to your home. It will kill you. So their baggage is leaking already. It's leaking. That's why Obi says a boy. You have to say Obi is a boy. Now you not let us to say Obi is a boy.
What lies ahead of Obi with these developments? I see it as an unwanted development in Imo State. And don't you think this was organized by the governor of that state, Obi,
My brother,
who is in support of the administration of President Bola Tinubu, according to Udezi Chima, and
my brother,
organized by Obi.
No, let me tell you, I hate Hope Uzodinma. I don't like him. But this very one that happened is the mind of the people, not the governor. The governor have no hand on this.
It wasn't a planned
at all.
Protest.
People are reacting based on the anger that they have reserved for long, waiting to see. Let me tell you, if not to maintain some curriculum of peace, they would have laid hand on El-Rufai. I'm telling you, the expression would have gone beyond that protest. I'm telling you. So I said it and I'm repeating it again. Boko Haram, we don't want them. Those Fulanese herdsmen, we don't want them. And that is what El-Rufai is representing. To me, I don't want them near my house, my family, anything. What are we saying? Baba, when they carry another person dead body, it be like saying a firewood they carry. I don't know if somebody, I know our viewers will understand where I'm going now. You are alive to carry one of your beloved one in your hand, and it died as a result of what happened under a particular person. Do you know what it means? And that person that caused that now come before you. If opportunity is given, Baba, you will help him to Baba God. I know what I'm saying. So Obi made a mistake. Time to, it's like El-Rufai whatsoever. You understand? He shouldn't come. Is El-Rufai running as a vice to Peter Obi? I'm asking. No? Is he running as a vice to Peter Obi that makes Peter Obi to carry him along?
I think it's part of the coalition.
It's part of the coalition. Is he the only one part of the coalition? This is what I'm asking. Is he running as what? Vice? Running mate? If El-Rufai is not running as a running mate, Peter Obi doesn't need El-Rufai in this journey. You only need his support in the vote, in the politics, not in a case like this.
Obi is a boy. Middle Belt and Northern Christians will never vote for him again. This is coming from Adnan. Is it true?
Yes. See, let me tell you, the trust that we have for Obi. Remember my statement earlier, right, based on this coalition, and I said something that time. I said Obi, based on his statement, that is what is desperate, because you can never see another man saying that he just want to rule one tenor. I said that statement means that he is desperate to power, and which he shouldn't be as a real citizen. He was a number one citizen. I'm repeating, I've said it before, I'm repeating it again. We shouldn't use our hand to belittle ourselves. Let's go back to history, where Igbos are coming from this country, that they march together. We are entity of our own, empire of our own in everything. So why should we now use our hand to ridicule ourselves in begging of one thing? For what? You see why I make my statement then? Now look at Obi. Nigerians believe and they trusted, or they are happy with Obi. But the way Obi is moving now, because of the El-Rufai now, people are now, instead of increasing the love, the love is now depreciating. Because of what? One person. There is an adage that says, yes,
Oluwatoyin Ayodele says, Oluwa1, you are very correct. Obi with El-Rufai will bring bandits to the Igbo land. Benga George says people should be informed before coming here to speak. Okay. All right, we'll move down to Great Ben Aduze. Oluwa1 is not the truth. It was a religious fight and couldn't handle it well. I have Muslims not been massacred in the same region. That's talking about Kaduna State. Kaduna. All right, Emmanuel Gulu, Biafra evangelist, is always on point. Truthful. That's what Emmanuel Gulu says here. Obi thinks he's king of Igbos. This is why he's doing as he wishes. This is Antnam on this. Anna Yokoro since 2023. El-Rufai is supporting Tinubu. You are not seeing, and you are not seeing. You have not seen it as evil. But now El-Rufai is supporting Peter Obi. He has become evil. Also, being a pastor is like your house rent have completed now on the higher house. The higher house. All right. And now we will move down to another person. This is why I want Northerners to be careful of making political alliance with Southeasterners. They harbor it. Oh, it is a Chima evangelist. You don't understand how the Nigerian politics works. So it's better you keep, watching.
Okay.
David Okafor says Peter Obi cannot solve Nigeria's problems because he's an enemy of Biafra. Is it truly an enemy?
Yeah, I was cut short. What you do as a Chima said, not that I don't know. I understand it. That's why from the beginning I said, but let's put that aside. I want to touch on what this current said. That he's an enemy. Yes. Is it true that? Yes, he's an enemy of Biafra. How? Good. As Obi, how many times has Obi come out to fight for Igbos? The interest of the Igbos. Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped.
When houses were demolished in Lagos, Obi spoke now.
Obi didn't speak until when his own brother house. Obi never said anything until when his own brother building was demolished. That's when Obi landed in Lagos and began to talk. Yes. Nnamdi Kanu has been languishing unlawfully. How many times has Obi stand for his brother? And let me tell you, Obi is more or less of a Zeke that put us into the mess we are in today. Yes. Tell me the result of Zeke, the impact Zeke played in the Southeast. His impact which he brought to Southeast. The same thing now, one Nigeria, you believe in one Nigeria, and Obi is coming again. Obi is an enemy of Biafra. Yes, it's true and it's pure. It's true and it's pure. It's an enemy. See, let me tell you, let us be frank to ourselves. Even though you want to rule Nigeria, you want to be president. Nobody, I'm not against Obi becoming president, because even in 2023, I wasn't the only one. Neither is the only Igbos that voted for him. Many Yorubas voted for Obi. Nigerians voted for Obi. Do you understand? They give him their support, full support. In fact, when result was announced, protests did not even start in Eastern region. It started in Benin. First, that is to tell you how lovely they loved Obi. But what I am saying now, I still stand on my word. You see that El-Rufai carries along. El-Rufai is in coalition. Good. They are all. Is he the only one? No. Let them Obi do what he's supposed to do and maintain.
In response to what you are saying, Odeze Chima is saying that Obi has countlessly called for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. The last one was on Channels Television.
Last one was on Channels Television when we started campaigning against him or being silent. That is when he said what he said. He said I could remember he said if he become the president, that he will not allow Nnamdi Kanu to be there, that he would have released him. Yes, Obi said that. You understand?
So which means he has been speaking.
No, it was when we started.
Is it because he's not championing that? Because he's not.
It was when we started accusing him that he made that statement. And after that, making that statement till today, which impact, which role has he played to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu come out.
Of course, you know what he's vying for.
He's vying for what? President. He's vying to become president.
What is that could
And at the same,
impede him from getting? Don't you know that?
excuse me, no. If mighty Allah can be walking freely, if Tuji Bello can be walking freely, Pinkin and whatsoever can be working freely. You understand? And so the negotiator is working. The man that the Saudi Arabia throw back, say back to sender to Nigeria, could be working freely. I don't see it as illegal or wrong if he speak for the freedom of Obi.
All right, Amos says he never countlessly did that. It's just last time he did.
Oh, God bless you. Yes. It's when we started advocating for that.
Amos says, I've seen Obi condemn the killings in Yamufu, Enugu State. But once it happens in the north, you will see him donating money.
God bless you.
I'm from Anambra State. Obi should go home.
For the north.
I am from Anambra State saying that Obi should go home. Amos.
Yes. He donate money. He build boreholes. But in Anambra, how many times they traveled there? I could remember when they share palliative that people died for the very first time, that people were shocked that even in Igbo land, Anambra to be precise, that people even die in collective. How much has Obi donated in each of those families that lost their loved ones?
So he's an enemy.
He's an enemy of Biafra.
Thank you so much, Biafra evangelist. So I really appreciate your contribution. When is it? Good morning.
Yes,
Just a few minutes.
Yes, sorry.
You heard what Biafra evangelist said. Obi is an enemy of Biafra.
Obi is not an enemy of Biafra.
He brought El-Rufai to Imo State.
Obi is not an enemy of Biafra. Obi is a Biafra. Obi cannot be an enemy of himself.
You brought our enemy.
Let me tell you.
Why did you bring El-Rufai to us?
That thing you are saying now happened in Imo State.
Yeah, it happened in Imo State.
Did you know what the role of Hope Odenigbo played by organizing those people?
Don't you think this?
No, I'm asking you. No, I'm asking you.
Witness.
If he has never, you need everybody. Mike, that is what the kind of picture they paint. Yes, that's the kind of picture they paint. They paint rubbish picture. Do you know the role Hope Odenigbo played in paying those people that carry placard? Is your not a Nigerian? But Mike, they were chanting because Hope Odenigbo paid them. He's no longer in APC, he's in ADC. To come and create havoc. What kind of bad politics? Why are you condemning Obi? Bro, I have statistics of how much Obi have donated to the people of Anambra State. Anybody that's saying that, come and quote me wrong. I have statistics. Obi has given up to now. When they come, they pay. But let me tell you, bros. Let me tell you, to be honest, you know. If you look at it very well, in Imo State, Odenigbo paid those people, mobilized them to come and create that impression there.
So it was planned.
It was a planned deal to make sure that they continue to transfer certain impression. That kind of signal, yes, sending it to the north. We know that even El-Rufai takes a pope as a running mate. The Igbos will not vote for him. Agreed. But in an atmosphere, political atmosphere like Nigeria we are today, but we need somebody like El-Rufai on the structure of Obi, whether you like it or not.
Somebody like El-Rufai.
But I am saying it confidently. Let them come and quote me that what I'm saying is wrong. They didn't see the hand of purpose on the mind that thing. It happened in Imo State.
But Christians were killed under his watch in Kaduna.
Agreed.
And that's what this
Agreed. If he said they'll be saying it, you can see El-Rufai saying it, the same thing, they'll be saying it, people are being killed. Agreed.
This is not a sign that Obi is desperate.
It has never been a sign of desperation.
Working with El-Rufai.
Bola Tinubu work with El-Rufai, Jonathan work with El-Rufai, Tinubu work with El-Rufai, Obasanjo work with El-Rufai. Why are they talking about that? That's how they bandy. They send a kind of impression which is absolutely very wrong. Let somebody come and tell me that what I'm saying here is not correct.
What of my president?
Mike, I am telling you, they will not come and tell you that. Obi, who told you? You know how countless times I can mention it to you that every point in time Obi had opportunity. He calls for the release of Nnamdi Kanu.
Are there no other politicians he can work with? Why El-Rufai?
Because let me tell you, as it stands now, no matter how you look at it, we have two prominent, powerful politicians from the north. Atiku, El-Rufai, for now.
Period.
That's the face of the coalition.
Atiku, El-Rufai.
That's the face of the coalition. They are even discussing in the north now who is actually going to, take over the Buhari, the structure Buhari left behind.
Who wears his shoes?
Are they not using bad politicians in the east to make themselves president in the north? What happens to them? Is he not one of them? Soludo, is he not one of them? So what are we talking about?
Is Obi truly in support of Biafra agitation?
Bro, let me tell you very clearly, this is not a question of whether Obi is in support of Biafra agitation or not. Obi understands what transpired between Nigeria and Biafra in 1967. He's not a kid. He knows. First of all, let me remind you that Obi, by virtue of his geographical location, he's a Biafra. And I have never seen any Igbo man, whether you are serving in this administration or in the past administration, that have come out to condemn the concept of Biafra. I've never seen anybody. I've never seen anybody that come and deny that he's not an Igbo. As long as you're an Igbo, you are a Biafran. Simple as that. In as much as nobody should tie Obi with the responsibility of Biafra movement. Those who are into it are already into it and they are getting it.
Odenigbo said this year, these people that illustrates don't know the difference between an organized protest and organic protest.
Yes,
it simply means the protest that took place in Imo State was organized.
But when you say organic, like in Nigeria, we have hunger. That hunger stuff, like NSAS, is organic. You understand what I'm saying? But when you single out some certain people, bro, look at the faces of those people who were carrying placards. Look at them. They were actually, organized and paid for just to create an impression, and it was done by Opus Odema. But people will not want to understand that.
I am today for saying that Mazi Chinedu Onyeze is historically wrong by saying that Peter Obi did well in Anambra State. You are wrong.
I'm not putting Peter Obi's leadership, governorship in Anambra State on this contest now. But if you want us to go into that, and I will tell you that Peter Obi left a legacy in Anambra more than any other governor in Anambra State. Quote me, I'm saying it because I've been to Anambra. And I've also had a close contact with Peter Obi.
It seems he's not getting it correct.
He's not getting it correct.
From Anambra State.
If you are from Anambra State, I can count number of communities I've visited in Anambra. And I can tell you what happened in Opiweka. I can tell you what happens in Oka.
And you think someone that is from that entity?
Bros, if you are from, if you have an impression about something, that's a different thing.
Okay.
But if you are telling me that, given the number of governors Anambra State has produced, until we get to Obi now, where we are now, today, Obi added value more than the past governors even before he took over. Go and verify.
To buttress your points, watch. All right, no problem. To buttress your points, and to support your points. Udo Chima said that Obi has donated more money.
Bros, I can tell you, tomorrow
in Igbo land,
tomorrow,
any other
what are you
place,
talking about?
go and verify.
The person that is saying is not correct should go and verify. But the person that is saying that is not correct should go and verify. When you don't have information, the one you have, you give it out. So we are here to tell you that is not correct.
Chinedu, you are making sense. This is coming from Virai Mont.
I am the one, Chinedu Michael. That's my name.
That is it.
Yes.
All of that says, I'm not talking about whether he donated in the east or not, but he has. But as he, for once, condemned all the killing by the elders in Enugu, but he doesn't delay to run to the north once it happens there.
Bro, anybody that is telling you just be political with it, Obi have consistently, challenged the system on insecurity in the entire eastern Nigeria. And at every point in time, he comes across a challenge within that space. He goes ahead to make sure that he do one or two things. But then, as somebody who is stealing to get to a certain level politically, he should have a national outlook, and that's what we are talking about. So we must understand that very clearly when some of these things are being bandied there.
All right, Kiki says, shameless with the Opus Odima doing the daily work of his master. Did
you see all the whole governors in Nigeria went to national airport and everybody was carrying their hand up for Bola Tinubu? That's to tell you that they have become very funny of themselves. Governors, then they will enter here before Tinubu will get to his destination. They don't fly another F-16 steamer and go and wait for him at the airport there. When he comes back, they will start waving again. But that's the kind of situation we'll find ourselves.
All right, thank you so much. They will start waving again. Thank you so much, Chinedu Michael. And to the viewers all over the world, we appreciate your contributions this morning. We say thank you to you. We're back here tomorrow. Tomorrow, that's Tuesday. That's the night of September 2025. So today's a chima to Ozo Obinwa, to David Okafo, to Henry Okoro, Anayo, many other viewers in the comment section. GOACO, we say thank you. Andrew Gujimi, we appreciate all of you, all of you, all of you. We appreciate you. All right, Michael Adekule is telling you to stay safe and have a good day. Bye.
So